I just spotted that I have a turd to pick up. Why does he always wait till I just turn the camera on? Good morning, Calamera. Guten Abend. Don't know what time this video is going out, so I'll just cover all bases across a few countries and then we're good. We're in woods. There's a yellow thing over there. Not any brain cells in sight. But yeah, I'm in some semi-ancient woodland. It's a really nice spot. I've never been here before. Let me show you what I can see from here. So, as I said, it's semi-ancient. There's a lot of lime, beech, hazel. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of pine. So yeah, it's really mixed, sort of a mixture of coniferous and deciduous, not carnivorous. So yeah, I've got a couple of bits to try today. Most importantly, my Firebox has arrived. So the Firebox G2, I think it is, which is the equivalent of the Bushbox XL Ti. I'm going to give that a go. I need to start using it sort of fairly regularly so I can give a fair comparison. But I've had a look. I've watched the video that the guy who made Firebox created, and it's a really comprehensive video, and it looks like it can do all sorts of stuff. But I'm just going to use it similarly to how I used the Bushbox. I'm going to cook up a little bit of lunch. I've got a French RCIR ration pack, which has always got delicious stuff, so I'm looking forward to trying some of that. And yeah, I'm going to give that a go. Time is currently 09:42. I've been out for about an hour and hour and a quarter or so. We've sort of had a walk around these woods so far to try and find a decent spot. There's loads of decent spots, but this is the one that we've settled on today. I'll probably try some others in later videos because I'll almost certainly be coming back here. I'm also going to come back here when it's mushroom season because this looks like a perfect place, and it's semi-ancient, so there should be fairly established mycelium under all the earth. Right, let's get it out. And the Firebox. Ew. Okay. You will notice immediately something off, and that is that I put it in the Bushcraft Essentials Bushbox. I almost said wrapper, you know what I mean, pouch. The reason I've done that is because it fits perfectly, and this pouch is actually pretty good. The one that comes with the Firebox is like a bag, sort of a drawstring cotton bag, which is fine, but I just quite like this. Keeps it all neat and tidy. So, make sure we're recording, it's a good start. Here we are. Firebox. So one thing that I noticed immediately was that it's not symmetrical, which is intentional, but it's not symmetrical. So if you get a asymmetrical one, don't worry, it's meant to be like that. You've also got these two little trivets, which I believe they call fire sticks or something. I'm going to probably refer to them as both. So you've got these, they're a bit longer. So one of the benefits of them being a bit longer is that obviously you don't have to get your hands quite as close to the fire when you're putting them in and out. But these do a load of things. You can even turn this into a little oven if you've got a billy gun. You can also see just how many sort of holes and things there are on there. Now part of that is ventilation, and part of that is so you can, you know, put these fire sticks in and do all sorts of things with them. When I say asymmetrical, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it is. Yeah, you can probably see that. So you've got a thinner side and a thicker side. You've got some flaps, well, a flap. You've got the grate at the bottom, which is the same as the, you know, the same sort of thing as the Bushbox. But you've now got all these different places you can put these fire sticks. So you can put them on the top, which is probably what I'll be doing today just for brewing up and stuff. But you've also got these holes on the side here, and you can, they're positioned at exactly the right height for a trangia burner to sit in there. with 1 inch of clearance above the top of the burner. So sit stuff on top, put your transit burner in there. You don't need to then have to use wood fuel. You can do loads. I'm not going to show you everything because there's a video from Firebox that shows you that. But I'm going to get this set up. As always, I bought my own wood. Yes, I know, you don't need to message me about it. That's just what I choose to do, you do you. Oh, another thing to mention is, you've got this, these sort of, almost like rails on the side here. And that is so that you can put this in. Because this is the like the ash tray at the bottom, so that's what will catch all the bits that you don't want to. Put it in the correct way, that would help. That's what will catch all the ash at the bottom, so you're not causing damage to the ground. I've obviously cleared away all the way down to some clay, so I know that we're safe here. There's nothing that can catch fire around here. Anything that is nearby is soggy, and anything else I've kicked out the way, got rid of roots, so we are safe. Yes, I know. I should be sponsored. I know. Trying to use exactly the same, well, within reason, the exact same conditions as I did with my Bushbox, because it is important that I'm being fair about it. Hello. Yes, you're very handsome. Hey buddy, hello. Hello. Hey bird, I know. That's Finn's scrape. That's for Finn's fire. He saw me digging and decided he would join me. Good drills, Finn, good drills. As I said, the food today's from a French RCIR. I've not brought the whole thing, just bought enough for breakfast and lunch. Breakfast is this tin of boar pate. Pate de sanglier au cognac, so that's boar and cognac, I guess. And then these sort of salted crackers that you get in a French ration pack. So it's only a small tin, but I don't need much for breakfast. I'm doing all right. I've got a slightly bigger lunch, not massive, but a bit bigger. These gloves have had a fair bit of use now. Not loads, but way more than my last pair, and they are holding up perfectly. So I think the last pair were just slightly faulty. But yeah, I used these for the entire bush moot pretty extensively because we were doing lots of processing of wood, and it was bloody cold. So yeah, I've used them quite a lot now and they're doing fine thus far. That was a very good boil. Yorkshire tea, obviously. The correct and only tea. These milk things have worked out really well. I think this will now be my go-to instead of powdered milk. Powdered milk it's just shit, isn't it? Got nothing else to say about it, it just sucks, it's rubbish. It lasts a long time, but so does uranium. I also wouldn't put that in my tea. This is a lovely woodland. Feels full of life. I think it's been quite well managed as well. And as I said, it's semi-ancient, so there's been a lot of time for the ecosystem to do its thing. I imagine it will be great for mushrooms. I imagine there's plenty of deer and mammals, like, you know, badgers and that sort of thing around. And you can hear, I expect, there are plenty of birds. Yeah, the bush moot was cool. Had a really good time. The winter moot. Summer one's in July, I think it is. July the 21st, July the 20th, something like that. And that's if you get a core member ticket, you get to go a week early and do some camping and that. And then they've got all the events and stuff on after that, so you can have fun just doing chilled out bushcraft and social stuff. And then the week after that, they've got all the stuff. They've got so many workshops, like, it's pretty mind-boggling. So yeah, I won't go for the full thing. I might go for a couple of days, but I don't know is the honest answer. I want to get some time away with my wife as well this year, and she will be my priority. And if I get any leftover holiday, then well, maybe we'll visit for a couple of days. Well, let's get this on the go. So, pâté de sanglier, un cognac, just a little tin. Just a little biscuits. Let's give it a go. I haven't bought any firepower today. I've just got my little TBS Boar folder. Not planning on processing wood, so I don't need much more than that today. Let's get these crackers out. We'll just try a little bit of one to start with. There we go. That's good. This would be really nice on those Polish rusks. Nice little breakfast. You can taste the cognac. The French don't F around when it comes to their ration packs, or just food in general. Like if you go to a truck stop in France, it's better than a lot of restaurants here. Sure, they have bad ones as well, but generally you do not want to mess around with the French and their food. And I respect that. This is a perfect sort of size for a, you know, a small breakfast or a mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack. Breakfast in the ration pack is a muesli thing. Can't be arsed with that. Then you've got two meals. You've got a paella, and then you've got a sausage and pasta thing, which is what I bought. I'll show you. But yeah, this is perfect for a breakfast. I'm going to have this, have my cup of tea, and then I'll probably just cut around doing some other bits, and you'll see me soon, I'm sure. Come on, there's a good boy, well done. I'll just knock all my stuff over. Is that what we're doing? You can't dig underneath me today, so you're going to just knock all my stuff over. Sounds about right. Thanks, bud. Oh, you want it, do you? Okay. This guy. Well, he's off his zip line because he's actually just hanging around. He's had a good run round, so he might just be a bit tired now, which is a good thing. I've just had a good wander around with him. And he's run around like a lunatic, but he's been very good recall wise. His recall is getting so much better. Ben, come here! Good boy, well done. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Funny thing with him is when you recall him, he always comes back the way he went. So he went a really long way around there, and then I called him and he went all the way back exactly the same way, even though there was a straight line, which is kind of amusing. It's like one of those rumbas. They just remember their route. Not sure he's quite as clever as a rumba. Yeah, so I want a companion dog that I can kind of just have cutting around, and he'll just stay close and sniff around and have fun, but not go running off. Because I don't want him to have to be on his lead all the time. He doesn't want to be on his lead all the time. And we're getting to the point now where he's, you know, he's not too far off. So I have to say, I really do admire how unapologetically French the French are, because their ration packs are French. It's Strasbourg sausages and pasta in a tin. It smells wonderful. It doesn't look very wonderful. Looks like solidified sick. They keep moving the sun around. I have to put in a complaint. So yeah, it smells really good. I'm going to chuck it on the fire box. Finn's just taking care of a tree that's in the way, just eating it. You know how it is. You know when there's a tree in the way and you just eat it? Yeah, we've all been there, haven't we? I mean, you've done it, haven't you? This woodland is lovely. It's not very near any roads. Like obviously there's a road to get here, but it's not a very busy place. So noise-wise, it's pretty good. There's so much more of this woodland to explore. And it looks like, because there's not a load of underbrush, like there's no bracken and shit everywhere. It's a proper old, nice, well-managed woodland. There's moss all over the place. There's a few brambles and stuff, but hardly any. And it feels like the sort of place that might be quite good for, dare I say it, wild garlic. But also fungus. Fungi. It's just a beautiful woodland as well. Nice mix. It's not just, you know, pines, 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 or just, oh, a million birch all in a row. It's a nice, well-mixed, well-managed woodland. And there's loads of it. I'm in one bit of it that's about, I don't know, like 30 acres or something. And there's loads of patches of varying sizes, some even bigger than this. Sort of not far from each other. They're all part of the same area. There we are. Let's try. It smells delightful. The pasta is just chunks of broken up pasta. I don't know what type that is. Oh, yeah, that's cooked. This also tastes like it's got cognac in or something. And then the Strasbourg sausages look like hot dog sort of sausages. You see that? You see that? Sausage. And it tastes like that. It's quite well smoked though. It's a natural sort of smoky taste. It doesn't taste like, you know, when you just get a tin of the cheap ass hot dogs that you used to have when you were a kid at a birthday party or something. Yeah, I could get on board with this. It's like tiny little pieces of pasta, almost like orzo, wasn't it? What? I think someone wants some. He's been a bit poorly though, so I have to be careful what he eats. He's had like a gum infection or something. It's on antibiotics for it. And as you can see, it hasn't affected his spirit. Good thing about this is that for French food, and just in general for a ration pack, it doesn't feel too heavy. Like, it's obviously got plenty of energy in it, but it doesn't feel heavy. It's not over flavoured, over seasoned. Like, you could have this on a hot summer's day and it wouldn't be too over stodgy or anything. But during the winter, it'd be a nice warmer. Yes, mate. So what sort of stuff do you want to see me do? Because I quite like just coming out in the woods and cutting around and eating weird stuff and playing with Finn and exploring and things. but I appreciate not everyone might like that. I'm going to come and do some overnight camps, overnight woodland camping. Maybe sort of a bit more low key than I have before. I'm thinking just like a tarp and a sleeping mat, and cook something up on a fire and not bring like the whole shebang. Like I don't need to bring a big hot tent and chairs and all that jazz, just basically like where I am now, this sort of place, but with a tarp. And you can watch me absolutely cack it when I'm attacked by badgers in the night. Just all the badgers and deer just ganging up to come and eat me. I think that's how it works. But yeah, it's a pretty decent, safe woodland. We don't have bears and mountain lions and stuff like that in the UK because we shot them all. Or we hunted all our sort of carnivores and stuff. Problem is, because it's a small island, like where would they go without causing problems for wildlife, livestock and people? Because wherever you are in the UK, you're not far away from civilization. Certainly not far enough away to put off a wolf or a bear who can walk for miles and miles in search of food. Want to get up to the Highlands and do some camping as well. I'd like to do some boreal forest exploration and camping. So we've got some boreal forest up in the north of Scotland in the Highlands. Like Cairngorms National Park, there's some old Caledonian forest, which is part of the boreal forest, which is sort of a strip of woodland, well, forest, hence the name. It's a strip of forest right the way across the top of the northern hemisphere. So you've got Canada, just the top of the UK, Scandinavia across there. So we have got some boreal forests and Caledonian forest. Because we're detached, it's evolved slightly differently. So we've got some like Caledonian pines, for example, which are genetically unique. Like because we all sort of cut off from mainland Europe. We Brexited tens of thousands of years ago, and everything sort of evolved slightly separately. So we've got Caledonian pine. Scotland has pretty much the only wilderness in the UK, and you've got a good right to roam there, so you can go and do camping and roam and all that sort of jazz. So big up Scotland. I wish it was like that in England. But yeah, let me know what you think you'd like to see me do. I'm going to do some overnights, going to go to Scotland, probably get across the Wales, do some bits and bobs. Just doing lots of exploring and woodland stuff. As I've said before, I kind of do this for me because I enjoy it, and if I don't enjoy it, I won't do it. Like that's the realistic fact of it, is that if I'm not enjoying it, I'm just not going to be motivated to do it. So yeah, but let me know if you've got any ideas, because I'd be down for trying some different stuff as well. Or if there's any specific things you want to see, or ration packs, or that sort of thing that you'd like to see, let me know and I'll see what I can do. So I've got a few kit reviews I'll be doing. I know some people won't like that, some people will. I'll continue doing the bushcraft and camping stuff, and I'll do a few sort of informative videos. I've done a few informative videos on knives and knife lore. I've got another one coming out soon. I don't want to only get into discussing knives, though. That's not really where I want to go. I've just got a few things that I think are worthy of sharing education wise, and then I'll move on to other stuff. Wet and cold, bud. Yeah. It's wet and cold. Finn, come here. Good boy, well done. Right, I think that's us. As you can see, Finn is exhausted. This guy. We're going to have a bit more of an explore of the woods on the way out. I came in from one direction, we're kind of doing a anti-clockwise loop. So we're going to do a bit more of explore. If anything interesting happens, I'll show you. But I'm also going to have my hands full. So, thank you for watching, I hope you've enjoyed. If you like the video, please do like it. If you're not subscribed already, I'd really appreciate you considering it at least. It really helps the channel out a lot. And it helps me understand as well what you like and what you don't like. So if you like the video, please do like it. I know it only takes a little click, but sometimes it's easy to forget. And I've done it, you know, we've all done it. Thank you for watching, I'll see you again soon.